It's sometimes hard to keep pace with high-tech developments, but intelligent robots are helping us go higher, faster, and further.
I think we'll be able to improve the lives of millions of people.
On the ground, underwater, and in the skies, a range of innovative ideas are making the world a safer place. Shortly before their actual destination, this driver sees something that might be of interest to his European passenger.
Yeah.
Nice. You have a clinic here.
Yeah, we have a clinic here.
Wow. Can we see?
Yeah.
So show us your work.
Yeah.
This is Tom Plümmer's first time in Malawi. The 32-year-old German has big plans, and what he sees here is most encouraging.
For clinics only.
So you do the checkups here?
Yeah.
So not inside, but
No,
here.
but
The people come here, line up,
Yeah.
and you treat them.
Yes.
It's a good example for showing what it's really like out here. A clinic with no electricity or water, where people basically get help once a month. But that area there, about 6 by 6 meters, could definitely be another hub to connect to our network. No problem.
A hub, in this case, being a mini airfield. Not for planes, but for drones. Operations in Kasungu have been running for 4 years.
Hey guys.
Welcome officially
nice.
to the
Finally.
corridor and the operations that we do.
If you want to show me around, I'm happy, but I don't want to stop the operations.
No, come here, we'll
So,
show you. We have the
yeah.
198 out here too.
Ah, it's so good to be here. Guys, I love to see you.
The latest model of the drone, the 198, flies at speeds of up to 110 kilometers per hour and can ferry a payload of 5 kilograms to a destination 65 kilometers away. The Wingcopter is the brainchild of Tom Plümmer.
You can see the drone right there.
What's had the biggest impact on me and who I am today is my time in Ghana, West Africa. People were dying there simply because medication wasn't available when it was needed. I thought, if we can help to change things, we must. Which is why we're doing what we do here. I then studied film at college back in Germany and wondered about the technology available, especially drones able to fly anywhere. So, why not use them to transport medication?
That was 7 years ago. Since then, the former film student has founded a cargo drone company together with like-minded engineers and IT specialists. An enterprise earning millions in sales from commercial delivery services operating in 15 countries around the world. But Tom has never lost sight of his humanitarian goals, both medical and social.
We now have over 20 young local people who have learned everything from scratch. So in addition to improving and saving lives by supplying vaccines, laboratory samples, blood reserves and medicine, we really can also create jobs. Some of these young people now have a job that's well paid and involves future technology, which is great.
And now in Kasungu, future technology is being used to provide basic medical care to over 100,000 people.
So we just received an order from Libwezi. They have asked us to help them process their order because they're completely stocked out.
So they have run out of medicine and now we pick it up, bring it to the drone and send it.
Exactly.
Good. The
lists we get let us know what's needed in real time. In this case, there's a little hospital pharmacy that stocks the medication, but which is not available out in the villages.
4 kilometers away from the flight hub is the main hospital of Kasungu. The medical supplies and the drones that transport them are funded by the German Ministry for Economic Cooperation and Development and the Malawian health authorities.
The small clinics in the countryside are difficult to reach, with poor infrastructure and roads. And the drone can solve that problem in a matter of minutes via the air. We can pick up the items here, while the hospital is of course happy that the clinics, normally difficult to reach, are now suddenly being supplied at short notice.
As the batteries are inserted and final checks are performed, the weather has calmed considerably since the tropical storm a few days ago. In the Swiss city of Zurich, other innovative minds have created an odd-looking contraption made of plastic and aluminum. Its makers called the canine-looking creature ANYmal due to its ability to go anywhere. It's battery-operated and can walk, see, feel, climb, and lie down for a rest all on its own. Inventor Péter Fankhauser built his first robot over 10 years ago while studying at Zurich Technical University. He helped develop ANYmal and now directs a team of 110 people.
When I was a kid, I was fascinated by moving parts, and I soldered small solar cells from an electrical store to some Lego motors to see what was possible. I later got into programming, and that's how all the hardware and software came together, with robotics again at the center.
AI has turned ANYmal into a small robo-dog that can now monitor industrial facilities and sound the alarm when it detects irregularities.
Human error is still the #1 cause of accidents, and the robot doesn't make these mistakes. So we can ensure safe operations while keeping individuals out of danger. In an indirect sense, the robot saves lives.
The current edition has already been tried out in working environments considered high risk for humans. Tasks involving perilous heights, or where gas leaks can occur. It also has no trouble working in total darkness or wet conditions. The new model will soon be tested as a guard and sniffer dog for use by one of the world's largest corporations. But first, the quadruped has to master a challenging training course. Samuel Zimmermann and Péter Fankhauser start the test.
It's now on the docking station, fully charged and ready for deployment.
We'll have the same setup at the client's premises, with the robot ready to go and us starting the mission from here.
This is a test mission. The robot goes up there to read the display, then goes up the stairs, comes back down and scans a few other elements.
Thanks to its regular and thermal imaging cameras, ANYmal can analyze what it's seeing and forward the data. And crucially for working in industrial plants, it can scale stairs. Sensors in the legs enable the machine to feel the ground underneath. With that information stored by the AI unit, it learns continuously from every training session.
Test mission completed.
Perfect. Now we can send it on its way.
The client is BASF. Its headquarters in Ludwigshafen covers some 10 square kilometers, one of the largest chemical complexes in the world. The workforce of 39,000 works on building blocks for everything from plastics and paints to solvents and adhesives.
3, 2, 1 und Rauch.
Peter Welter is a robotics expert at the company and is eager to see how the four-legged helper fares on its maintenance tour.
Okay.
It starts literally on the ground.
Ja.
I'm expecting the robot to deliver what it promises.
Bewahrheitet, was verspricht.
BASF is testing a range of models from different suppliers. ANYmal X can be leased for around €8,000 per month.
First up, we're going to these 2 points to look at the displays and then take a thermal image of the 2 pumps. It detects the pressure display and then interprets the information. Once we look at the second one, we'll see that it's up and running.
The first test involves ANYmal relaying another thermal image to the display, which it does. It also passes test number 2, walking across a gridded floor.
Now the ultimate challenge. The robot has to scale these 2 sections of stairs fully autonomously.
For potential client BASF, this is the make or break test.
Physically, it managed to hit those target locations and make its way up the stairs. A minor milestone for us.
This canine is no cuddly companion. Made of metal and trained with AI, it's a fully fledged guard and watchdog. Malawi ranks among the poorest countries in the world. Intact roads are a rarity, which hampers the provision of medical care, especially in rural areas. While infant mortality is falling, it's still 10 times higher than in Germany, for example. A delivery of medication has been prepared for a remote village. The drone is almost ready for takeoff at the airfield outside Kasungu.
So with the medicine now on board, the drone is about to take off vertically. And I'll be driving to the village with Andy to see what a challenge that is. It's a direct comparison between how it used to be and now with the drone.
The car and drone will both be setting off from the Kasungu airfield. Their destination is the village of Livesi, about 48 kilometers away. The drone finds its destination via GPS coordinates. Tom Plümmer is joined by Andy Fasanic, Wingcopter's head of humanitarian programs.
Yes, let's go.
The Wingcopter is a helicopter and small airplane in one. The vertical takeoff brings the machine to its flying altitude of about 30 meters. Then the rotors tilt 90 degrees to propel the copter forwards, with lift provided by the wings, just like a plane. The only paved roads in Malawi are those connecting the main towns and cities. Once they leave them, Tom Plümmer and his team continue their journey on dirt tracks.
It's exactly. Andy, how is it? Is it still okay compared to what we will see?
No,
or is this the
it'll get worse.
Okay. So you're still relaxed. This is still a good road, yeah?
Yeah, this is good.
15 minutes after starting out, the drone is just a few kilometers away from its destination. While the car is having serious trouble getting through the mud and potholes. The land route is clearly losing the race, as the car's progress goes from slow to a complete halt. The delivery drone reaches its destination without incident and lands on schedule. It needed precisely 20 minutes for the 48-kilometer flight. In the same time, the car has not even covered half the distance, and now it's stuck.
This is like a river we could pass, or is dead end?
You know how deep the water is?
Okay, let's go. Gucken uns das mal an vielleicht. Can we go and check, see if there's a way around?
Yeah, I think that would be best.
Flooding is not uncommon during the rainy season. A potential disaster if this were a medical emergency. Tom Plümmer is determined to continue his journey, even though he's lost the race against the Wingcopter. Back in Germany, in the port of Hamburg, we join a 30-strong research team working to save the oceans.
Can you close 30%?
Could be 20 or 30 centimeters above the seabed.
The research project is called Sea Clear, a play on the words clear view and clean sea. Stefan Sosnowski and his international team have a boat packed with high tech to help them clean up waters that are both murky and polluted.
We can find things and grab them with robots. And these ones operate underwater. So why not use them to tackle this big problem of waste, where other methods cannot help? The challenge for us is the extremely complex nature of the setup. You need everything to work together for the entire system to function at all. We need at least some kind of solution that's a genuine help because there's far too much marine litter on the seabed.
Marine debris washing up on beaches is a growing challenge for environmental activists. The vast majority of it is on the seabed, at depths too dangerous for divers. It's estimated that there is far in excess of 100 million tons of waste in our oceans. The Sea Clear research team have successfully completed an initial trial run here in Croatia. Robots able to work at depths of up to 500 meters can be used to clean the seabed, near ports and coastlines at least. After scanning the seabed and locating a spot with a lot of garbage, the boat drops a robot into the water to transmit close-up images. Additional data is provided by an airborne surveillance drone. Another robot can then go and pick up the debris and collect it in a waste basket. Sea Clear is an EU-funded project that provides a small-scale demonstration of how the seabed might in future be cleaned up on a far larger scale. The trial run in Croatia was a success. In Hamburg, the same technical setup faces a far tougher task. The bottom of the river Elbe is covered in silt, sediment, and mud, making garbage there often invisible to the naked eye. Even the cameras fitted onto the little diving robots struggle to see anything.
In Croatia, we had about 20 to 25 meters visibility. Here it's 25 centimeters. You can see here how we can't even recognize objects that we're practically right next to. So that doesn't exactly make it any easier to find and identify things.
The poor visibility means they must deploy an ultrasound scanner to search for objects.
These two brighter spots are the two aluminium trays where we have stored the garbage.
It's now time for the robots to take over. The only thing the team can do now is operate the cameras. While the mothership puts the waste basket in place on the bottom of the river, the observation robot starts looking for debris with a camera and sonar.
Okay.
Now a second robot fitted with a gripper is launched. Will it manage to find the bottle detected by the sonar?
The gripper seems to be right over it.
Close.
And it's grabbed it. It's gotten a firm hold on the bottle. So now we can get going and the system will place it in the basket.
It's a mammoth undertaking for one plastic bottle. The project is often a thankless task, as is typical for research. Will the sediment prove too tough a challenge for the artificial intelligence?
That could be the basket. Oh, light! We have the basket. Can you believe it?
The gripper managed to find the waste basket despite being practically blind. Its next task is to locate the entry hole for depositing the bottle.
The bottle's moving, and we've recovered it.
Yay! Good job. Nice.
We've just managed to grab the bottle at the first attempt, which is great, because that's a major milestone for our project. That gives us reassurance as we now see what else we can achieve. The future is eventually having these systems all over the world to clean up the sea and go some way to freeing it from the legacy of our sins.
The underwater trash collection system works, regardless of visibility conditions. With no need for divers, the only human being required in future will be the person emptying the waste basket. Torrential rain in Malawi has rendered the roads impassable. Wingcopter boss Tom Plümmer and his team are still trying to reach the remote village of Lifwezi by car. But a usually tranquil little stream has flooded its banks.
Wow.
Can you check how deep it is?
The water gets progressively deeper in the middle.
Yeah, it's too deep. Okay, finish. There's no way.
The water is up to here on the lad, so the car probably won't make it, and we'll have to abort the journey. This is exactly why trying to deliver medicine quickly by car simply doesn't work, and why our drones are the perfect solution to the problem.
On their way back to Kasungu, the team take a short detour to the village of Linyangwa. Teresa Banda lives here with her 4 children. She experienced complications with the birth of her youngest son, Philip, a year ago. He was saved by help from the skies.
My child almost suffocated at birth, and I was extremely scared he was going to die because we didn't have a vital tube. But luckily help arrived just in time. Philip had great difficulty breathing, and otherwise he would definitely have suffocated.
The Wingcopter is a small miracle for the community of 150 people, and a big blessing. The all-electric drone is unloaded by Mataka McDonald, who runs the local healthcare center. It was he who made the emergency call for the tube to save Philip. The drone makes several visits a week to provide the doctor with medical supplies. A lifesaver, heaven sent. Tom Plümmer, himself the father of 2 children, is personally moved by the story of little Philip.
Hello, nice to see you. You good? It's for you?
We make it happen.
So how is Philip doing since he was born?
Okay.
So how is he now today?
She's saying that since she was born, Philip is just okay. And he's just doing fine.
And the breathing? His breathing is good?
Yes, he's just breathing normally.
Normal now.
Sure.
Philip's story shows exactly how effective our work is. In fact, when I founded Wingcopter 7 years ago, this was exactly what I was hoping for, so that a child like Philip can survive and be sitting here now. His mother just said that she wants him to be a drone pilot when he grows up. And we do also train young people. So when he's maybe 12 or older, he can start learning the technology. And when he's really grown up, I think he'll be one of our brilliant employees here in Malawi.
Back at the Wingcopter hub, Tom Plümmer takes a video call from Switzerland. The World Economic Forum has awarded him the title of Young Global Leader for his commitment to actively addressing the world's most pressing issues.
Hello, I'm happy to meet you all. I'm in Malawi. This is where we operate. So I visited our site. You can see in the background, actually. If you want, I can show you, if you like, quickly.
This title alone opens doors, because you're recognized by a respected organization that does a lot of good work in the world. So now we can suddenly sit down with ministers and say, what can we do for a country like Malawi?
I would love to roll this out worldwide. So my dream is to bring this kind of delivery service, which is in minutes, life-saving, to any places in the world. So if we can team up on this, this is why I'm delighted to be part of the YGLs, to actually accelerate and scale this impact we have already here at small scale. All right. Andy, would you quickly introduce yourself and say what we are doing here?
We have 3 hubs, about 30 delivery sites, and we have a team of 9 Malawian pilots that are running the operations. So it's really wonderful.
Thank you. And I can show you the drone. It's like a 2-meter wingspan. Here you can put the batteries in, and below is actually the payload. And then, yeah, we have a whole airfield here.
Tom is one of 100 young people around the world to be commended in 2023 for their efforts to provide solutions to humanitarian or climate-related problems.
You have to work with decision makers and make them aware of situations like this, both the suffering and the solution, actually creating something that will change things in the long term. In today's world, with all the modern means available, it's unacceptable for some people to get nothing of what we have. We have really privileged lives in Germany, and when you come here and see what other people really don't have, you think, can I not do more? It never leaves my mind.
Dedicated humans joining forces with intelligent machines as they seek to eliminate hazards and save lives with high-tech help.